Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Jaswinder Kumar, Assistant Professor, University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. Today, we will discuss about the synergism between tourism promotion and nature conservation. The main objectives of this module are to understand the importance of nature conservation, to understand the role of tourism in nature conservation, and to understand the importance of synergism between tourism promotion and nature conservation. Dear students, the tourism industry consists of different services such as transportation services, which includes airlines, cruise ships, coaches, etc. Hospitality services includes hotels, resorts, restaurants, etc. The entertainment venues such as amusement parks, recreational activities such as golf courses, and tourism operators which provide these commercial services. Tourism and hospitality services creates their impact on the environment, such as hotels close to protected areas or their use of natural products such as water consumption, food in restaurant. They create some negative impacts upon the environment. They directly or indirectly affect the environment, such as the companies linked to the entertainment venues directly related to nature, protected areas, wildlife located in a particular sites dedicated to ecotourism also affect the nature. The transportation services have also a direct impact on the nature and environment. Tourism is interlinked with other economic sectors since tourism services use products from other sectors and vice versa. Tourism through its horizontal nature creates jobs and promotes social integration and regional cohesion. Dear students, we know that tourism is one of the world's largest industries and has become one of the fastest growing economic sectors. The management of tourism affects the conditions of destinations and host communities, and more broadly the future of ecosystems and regions and nations. Tourism has a multitude of impacts. It can be a positive force bringing benefits to the destinations or an engine of degradation. Tourism can be seen as a complex adaptive system combining socio-cultural values, quality of life, aspirations, and the biophysical and economic systems in which tourism takes place over time. This results in an integrated approach and a procedural and holistic understanding of sustainable tourism development. Sustainable tourism is not a new form of tourism, as sustainability should be applied to all different forms such as for ecotourism, cultural tourism, beach tourism. Sustainable development of tourism has become a standard feature of the industry. Customer demand for sustainable travel, designed to have a lasting impact on the positive developments of the regions visited. The growing number of tourism experts acknowledges this, that sustainable development intentions should reflect in the actual practices of tourism activities. Dear students, if we talk about the aims of sustainable tourism development, these are unspoiled natural environment and the landscapes, or the measures for environmental protection are prerequisites for the tourism of the future, and these are important for sustainable development. Tourism should make optimal use of environmental resources that constitute a key element in tourism development, maintaining essential ecological processes and helping to conserve natural heritage and biodiversity. Tourism should be embedded in a sustainable, regionally specific networking economy. It should provide fairly distributed socio-economic benefits to all stakeholders, including stable employment, income earning opportunities, and social services to host communities. Tourism should respect the socio-cultural authenticity and self-determined cultural dynamic of host communities. It should conserve their built and living cultural heritage and traditional values and contribute to intercultural understanding and tolerance. For sustainability, tourism should serve both the social well-being of the local population and the employees in the tourism sector. Now, for conservation and sustainability, the approaches to be adopted are: in this, people should be the central focus for a policy of sustainable tourism. The local population should have access to all information and they should be able to participate in decision making and all other processes. The environmental management system should be implemented with effective participation of local communities. The environmental impact assessment have to be carried out for the construction and enlargement of tourism related infrastructure, and responsible authorities should make sure that splitting projects into sub-projects for the purpose of avoiding the environment impact assessment requirements are avoided. All levels of political systems, regions, states and the country and the source area of the tourist have to be taken the responsibility for the effect and impacts of tourism in the respective destinations. For the conservation and sustainable development, there is need for a strategic approach and policy, and all destinations should consider sustainability as a key factor for tourism. But nowadays, most of prominent tourism destinations are lacking sustainable tourism strategies. Thus, funds and subsidies, the biggest motivators for development, usually lack clear definitions of sustainable tourism. There are certain challenges with regard to conservation and sustainability, such as there is reducing the demand of seasonality, addressing the impact of tourism transport, improving the quality of tourism jobs, maintaining and enhancing the community prosperity and quality of life in the face of change, minimizing the production of waste material. There should be linkage of nature and tourism. Tourism and nature are closely linked both in terms of impacts and dependency. Many types of tourism rely directly on ecosystem, services and biodiversity, such as ecotourism, agritourism, wellness tourism, adventure tourism, etc. Tourism uses recreational services and supply services provided by ecosystems. Tourists are looking for cultural and environmental authenticity, contact with local communities, and learning about flora, fauna, ecosystems and their conservation. On the other hand, too many tourists can also have a negative degrading impact on the biodiversity, nature and ecosystem. The increased tourism can negatively deteriorate the quality of biodiversity, and for that careful planning and management should be there to minimize the negative impact on the nature. The tourism sector has strong influence on the loss of biodiversity and to conserve the nature. Tourism has a potential to contribute sustainable socio-economic, environmental conservation and physical development of the destination. It can support the protection of natural resources. For this, local residents should be taken into consideration. Tourism can also provide funds to support the conservation of biodiversity. It can contribute to maintain livelihood and preserving cultural practices. Opportunities arise for the education and awareness because of the tourism. The opportunities can be targeted by managing and enjoying tourism responsibly. World Wild Fund highlights certain priorities to define responsible tourism and conservation. Tourism should be a part of sustainable development strategy and plan. Natural resources should be used in a sustainable way. Pollution and consumption should be kept as low as possible. Tourism should respect the cultural values of local population and enable them to participate in economic prosperity. Tourism should be informative and promote respect for local culture and environment. The challenge is therefore to support these priorities while taking into account the main threats of tourism on the nature and environment. Tourism is having certain benefits. The benefits of responsible tourism and its contribution to nature. For tourism and hospitality organizations, there is need to diversify and improve the services and the products. There is need to provide a new angle for marketing and promotion of nature-based destinations. There is need to improve public opinion and overall perception of the industry. There is need to differentiate the tourism products from competitors and acting as a role model for responsible and innovative tourism business. There is need to enable tourism-based companies to reach new clients. There is need of attracting intervening businesses and therefore creating dynamics of economic growth with sustainable tourism. It will further guarantee the sustainable management of tourism resources, ensuring long-term use of tourism sites and resources, and will also promote responsible behavior among tourists. Those involved in this or benefiting from the tourism sector would profit both today and in the future. There are certain risks regarding nature-based companies, that is image and reputation, that is in context with new markets and relationships with customers and shareholders who are more aware of ecological issues, building sustainable partnerships with stakeholders and identifying common goals can contribute positively to a tourism business and its goodwill. Mitigating those risks will reinforce brand reputation and travel company and its image. Travel companies working on sustainability should benefit from this image and they should contribute for the well-being of environment. If we talk about tourism and its role in nature conservation, it is well known that both the things are interdependent. Tourism and conservation, they can sustain together. Tourism can help to protect or conserve nature, but at the same time, Nature can help in existing or for the survival of tourism industry. There are certain risks in intensifying the domestic and the international tourism in the nature-based destinations. The nature of demands in nature-based areas are increasing and also creating the pressure upon natural resources. Thus, the growth of tourism means the growth of sustainability. The relationship with respect to tourism and nature conservation, conflict, coexistence or symbiosis generates. These can exist between those promoting tourism and those advocating nature conservation. The conflict occurs when conservationists see that tourism can have only detrimental impacts on the environment. Coexistence is noted when a positive effect through small and substantial tourism activities occur. However, such coexistence rarely continues indefinitely, particularly when an increase in tourism activity may cause substantial changes to the environment. Symbiosis is reached when the relationship between tourism and nature conservation is organized in such a way that both derive benefit from the relationship. Conflict and coexistence are common. Symbiosis is perhaps least represented. Tourism and protected areas often take on a symbiotic relationship since protected areas provide values, settings, and resources which are attractive to nature. Tourism can cause both environmental degradation and enhancement. Sustainable tourism requires the conservation of nature and thus can support the maintenance or substantial enhancement of natural areas and subsequent increase in visitors' satisfaction. The viability of recreational and tourism resources, rather than conflicting with conservation, actually supports it. Otherwise, visitors' satisfaction is reduced as the inherent appeal of the natural resources decline. Tourism provides an economic impetus for conservation of the environment because protected and scenic areas are attractions for both domestic and international tourists. This can also contribute to a wider appreciation of nature conservation by promoting and increasing accessibility to specific sites and aspects of nature. The role of tourism as a consistent contributor to nature conservation is sometimes debated as tourists trample vegetation, disturb wildlife, leave litter, carry pathogens and weeds, and thus do not always behave in ways which promote a symbiotic relationship between the tourism industry and conservation. Tourism has fostered intensive viewing of nature with resulting disturbance or damage and export of protected and endangered species. The tourism sector contributes to climate change, which also has varied impacts, which also has increased impacts on biodiversity, such as the impact on rare and isolated populations, loss of keystone or iconic species, extinction of endemic species, and dissemination of invasive species. The interrelationships between tourism and nature conservation are therefore extremely complex and dynamic, with conflicting being most acute where tourism development occurs rapidly and without strategic planning. The successful integration of tourism and nature conservation objectives is of increasing importance because it enhances people's choices and helps maintain, or even enhances the quality of environment. There are certain conflicts in tourism and conservation. There are certain cases which provide examples of conflicts, some continuing threats which can potentially harm the effectiveness of investment in sustainable tourism and biodiversity. These include such as over-exploitation of natural resources, fishing, collection and trade in species and parts of species, and in some instances hunting, urban sprawl, intensive agriculture and forestry and associated infrastructure, extension of road, rail, inland navigation, and electricity networks which fragment habitats and displace some species. The promotion of alternative forms of tourism such as adventure tourism and wildlife tourism, which are contrary to the principles of sustainable tourism if not followed properly. Tourism industry contribution and nature conservation. Tourism industry can contribute to the conservation through number 1, financial contribution. Tourism can contribute financially directly or indirectly. Tourism can contribute directly to the conservation of sensitive areas and habitats, such as revenues from park entrance fees and similar sources can be allocated specifically to pay for the protection and management of environmentally sensitive areas. Special fees for park operations or conservation activities can be collected from tourists or tour operators. Contribution to government revenues. There is contribution in the form of various taxes. Some governments collect money in more far-reaching and indirect ways that are not linked to the specific parks or conservation areas. User fees, income taxes, sales on rental of recreation equipment and license fees. For activities such as hunting and fishing can provide governments with the funds needed to manage natural resources. Such funds can be used for overall conservation programs and activities such as salaries for the park management employees, park management, maintenance and development. The improved environmental management and planning. The sound environmental management of tourism facilities such as the hotels can increase the benefits to natural areas, but this requires careful planning for controlled development based on analysis of the environmental resources of the area. Planning helps to make choices between conflicting users or to find ways to make them compatible. By planning early for tourism development, damaging and expensive mistakes can be prevented, avoiding the gradual deterioration of environmental assets significant to tourism. Tourism can provide cleaner production techniques which are important tools for planning and operating tourism facilities in a way that minimizes their environmental impacts. For example, green buildings by using energy efficient and non-polluting construction material, sewage systems and energy sources is an increasingly important way for the tourism industry to decrease its impact on the environment. Because waste treatment and disposal are often major long-term environmental problems in the tourism industry, pollution prevention and waste minimization techniques are especially important for the tourism industry. Environmental awareness raising. Tourism is also contributing for enhancement of environmental awareness. Tourism has a potential to increase public appreciation of the environment and to spread the knowledge of environmental problems when it brings people into closer contact with nature and the environment. This closeness and confrontation may heighten awareness of value of nature and lead to environmentally conscious behavior and activities to preserve the environment. If it is to be sustainable in the long run, tourism must incorporate the principles and practices of sustainable consumption. Sustainable consumption includes building consumer demand for products that have been made using cleaner production techniques and for services, including tourism services that are provided in a way that minimizes environmental impacts. The tourism industry can play a key role in providing environmental information and raising awareness among tourists of the environmental consequences of their actions. Tourist and tourism related businesses consume an enormous quantity of goods and services, moving them toward using those that are produced and provided in an environmentally sustainable way. And for this, we can say that from cradle to grave, the activities should enhance the positive impact on the environment of this earth. Tourism can contribute for protection and preservation and restoring of biological diversity and sustainable use of natural resources. Because of their attractiveness, beautiful sites, natural areas are identified as valuable, and the need to keep these natural attractions alive can lead to the creation of various national parks and sanctuaries. Tourism has a positive impact on wildlife preservation and protection in various parts of the world. Numerous animals and plant species have already become extinct or may become extinct, but tourism in a sustainable manner has played a significant role in conserving these species. Tourism provides alternative employment. Tourism can provide an alternative employment to development scenarios that may have greater environmental impacts. There is need for regulatory measures that can help to offset negative impacts. For example, controls on the number of tourist activities and the movement of visitors within protected areas can limit impacts on the ecosystem and help to maintain the integrity and vitality of the site. Such limits can also reduce the negative impacts on resources. Limits should be established after an in-depth analysis of the maximum sustainable visitor capacity. This strategy is being used in various countries, used in various prominent nature-based tourism destinations where only limited number of visitors are allowed to nature-based areas, and that create very less negative impact on the ecosystem. One of the main challenges for present and future tourism is how to limit the negative impacts that tourism creates in many tourism destinations and environment, not only for the sake of general good but also in order to maintain tourism at the destination. There is need that tourism do not destroy the environment and help in conserving the environment. For this, ecotourism can act as a tool for the conservation. Ecotourism makes a direct or indirect measurable contribution to the continued protection and management of natural habitats and their species. Ecotourism can become a powerful force to the tourism industry for the conservation of various nature-based areas and protected areas. Ecotourism is nature-based tourism that should be managed to fulfill the criteria of sustainability. It is essential that ecotourism is low impact and it should be ensured through careful and extensive and intensive planning that protected areas should be managed in such a manner that ecotourism is creating a sustainable positive impacts. Protected area managers and conservationists have an opportunity to manage nature tourism and turn it into ecotourism at the point of consumption, whatever the motivation of the tourist is. Ecotourism is the activity of tourism itself which needs to be controlled and used for conservation. If control is inadequate, pollution, habitat destruction, wildlife disturbance, and a host of other negative impacts will result. Ecotourism is one of the most important ways in which money can be generated to manage and protect the world's natural habitats and resources. Ecotourism can contribute directly to conservation through park admission fees and payment of guiding, accommodation and interpretation centers. It can enable local people to gain economically from the protected areas with which they live. More of the benefits of conservation need to be delivered to local people by enabling them to benefit from the protection of the park, their use of which is now regulated. Ecotourism can offer a means by which people's awareness of the importance of conservation and ecological literacy can be raised, and whether these are for local people or for tourists. Tourism impact on conservation, securing sufficient revenues to ensure reinvestment in conservation and ecological restoration, changing the commercial and regulatory conditions to increase the contribution of tourism to conserving, improving visitor management, to minimize the adverse ecological impact of tourism, and other related negative impacts. Ecotourism is having potential for increased revenues. Local people can have income from protected areas, and the additional income which could be generated from tourism for their benefit, removing the barriers which currently prevent local people from gaining from tourism to nature-based areas or protected areas, and to identify the changes which would enable them to secure the benefits of employment and ownership. Ecotourism can provide opportunities for raising conservation and awareness. Ecotourism can contribute for protected areas and nature-based areas for raising the conservation, raising the awareness, and raising the will to contribute for sustainable use of resources. Dear students, now we can say that tourism can contribute for the conservation of nature, but there is need for the symbiotic relationship between tourism promotion and conservation, and in this the nature-based activities like ecotourism, in which the environmental awareness, conservation and local community participation with the help of other stakeholders can contribute for sustainable planning and can contribute for the sustainable conservation of the destinations and sustainable development. Thank you very much.